Can you hear me?
Yep.
You can?
Yep.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ray Menzies Oval. Huge clash, this traditional marquee game of every season really. BFL round 10, Battle of the Bridge, Ocean Grove and Barwon Heads. Hope you'll enjoy the coverage all day. I'm Josh Conway as usual. Alongside me is Will Spence. Afternoon Wilbur.
Thanks for having me, Buzz. Should be good fun.
Should be, mate. Traditional rivals of course. As I say, a huge clash between two of the biggest and most traditional rivals in footy in our region, so should be a cracker. Barwon Heads not in the greatest of form at the moment either. Of course, last year's grand finalist and minor premier. Currently 5-4. The Grubbers 3-6. So a couple of games separating the two. So we should be in for a pretty good contest. It'll be Mitch Gaunt and Tom Hobbs in the ruck to start things off. Wilbur, quick tip from you, mate.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I'll probably say Barwon Heads by maybe 16 points. It should be a pretty close game though.
16 points, says Wilbur. We're underway, Ray Menzies Oval. Round 10 of the BFL. Huge one. Battle of the Bridge. Usually delivers. What will we see today? It's Zach Walton with the first meaningful possession of the afternoon. Dribbled forward to about the half-forward line, back of the square. Plenty of bodies around this, as you would expect to start this one. And the first stoppage of the afternoon. Should apologise too if the camera work is a little bit shaky, just missing a part of the tripod, but we'll get that fixed before the day's out. Perkovic, quick one, but only as far as Walter, who marks on his chest at half back. Looks further afield and drives it inside 50. Nice deep entry. Thumped away. Mitchell first on the scene. Hands were good. Gaunt feeds it over the top. Alsabrook to Dyer. He's 55 out. Chiselling balls beautiful. And finds the chest of Chris Martin.
Really good start there, as we saw, Buzz. Second inside 50 for Barwon Heads with the help of Zach Walter getting a couple of entries there. It's really good for him to start off with and look dangerous early. Absolutely.
Chris Martin kicked 13 goals already this season. He'll kick from about 35 out. Decent angle for him to contend with. And it's drifted across the face, and the first score of the Battle of the Bridge goes the Seagulls' way. Ocean Grove go very quickly, but the pressure's on. Wonderful chase and tackle, and the advantage taken in the first goal goes the way of Damien Horbury. And there's a bit going on after it too. First blood to Barwon Heads, 1-1-7. They lead Ocean Grove yet to score.
Really good pressure there early from the Barwon Heads forwards. They did concede the behind, but just about to get numbers to the footy and put pressure on the Ocean Grove defenders was superb there, and they deserved that goal. Really good start.
Absolutely. It was a wonderful chase down. I see Mitch Herbison just making his way into the middle of the park. It's where he's probably best known for his footy. Hasn't played a lot there for Barwon Heads as a full-time role. Justin Carey in the middle too. The acting captain. Another stoppage right in the middle. Nice crowd building here too at Ray Menzies Oval. Not many parks left. Nice day for footy after a pretty rough trot with the weather down this way. Carey is tackled quickly. We have another ball up. Tossed up. Hobbs wins that one down convincingly for the Grubbers. Trying to find a way through was Gaunt, but couldn't quite. Another stoppage. 3 minutes gone on this opening term. First goal went to Damien Horbury for Barwon Heads. Quick kick came from that man Gaunt. Walker nudged out of the way by the goal kicker Horbury. Falls to ground level. That was well done by Walker. Found a way through. Then drives it to 55 out. Spills out the back. Clean take by Ward, but dropped it at the vital moments. Barwon Heads repel. The handball was hot for Mitchell, but he did a decent job to try and corral it. But Hobbs with the footy for Ocean Grove. Quick kick from Perkovic was smothered. Ball falls to the back of where all the players were. Phelps just paddles one forward. Gaunt nearly had an air swing with the handball. That's Will Spence style. Comes out quickly. Driven inside 50. Lovely kick to Richardson. Straight on that big chest of his.
Good effort there from Ocean Grove. They were able to get to their forward half, but almost stuff it up with it. Although luckily with the pressure on Zach Walter's handball, we're able to intercept and go inside 50. And Tom Richardson with a great mark, and he's only 17, Buzz.
Yeah.
Under 19s play up.
Yeah.
Superstar for him.
Part of the Falcons too. Kicked 9 on debut, Wilbur.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. He's got a bit of size about him for a kid. In he comes, Richardson. He's kicked it. A perfect start for the teenager and for the Grubbers. Just a point in it. 1 straight 6 Ocean Grove. Barwon Heads 117. What's the most you've kicked in a game, Wilbur? Doubt it's 9.
Nah, it's only the one.
The most you've kicked in a game? Whatever?
Yep, just one.
What? Get forward, man.
Yeah, well, play forward line sometimes, but more of a half-back midfield this year. But yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes I keep going, then I feel like I might get another one, but never happens. Never.
There we go. Can always hope. We're back in the middle. Both ruckmen had an air swing at that. Walker. Sorry, Hobbs, excuse me. Burst through, did a good job, but it spills clear to Barwon Heads and Eddie. Swings it wide and finds Mitchell. Brad Mitchell. Chipping ball is neat enough. Finds Charlie Sprague, the Geelong Falcon. 3rd year Geelong Falcon. Got the bye this weekend, Luke Daffy's men. Sprague drives it to half forward into Dyer. Good man to kick it to. Here he is, just found a way. Mitchell couldn't control the footy. Kicks towards Ward. Does a decent job. Handball misses Cartelli. He'll be one to watch this afternoon. Walter did a pretty good job. He's a very, very fine player, young player, part of the interleague squad, of course. Good job by McLaughlin, but his kick was partially intercepted. Ball spills back to the middle of the ground. Mitchell kicks it forward, but it's all Ocean Grove. Ball with Lundberg, but he was caught holding the footy, and they take the advantage quickly. Opperman inside 50, and easily done. They'll have their 3rd shot on goal.
Tackling pressure's been unreal from Barwon Heads early. Already have the 6 tackles to 2 early, just putting the pressure on, and which has led to these inside 50s, which is 3-1.
Tim McIntyre, the big recruit for this season. Man with the footy directly in front. Should be no issue for him. Straight through. 2nd for the Seagulls. Extend their lead to 113. You can see on the bottom left of your screen, Ocean Grove 1 straight 6. That's thanks to Harvey Norman and Red Onion. So we played 7 minutes here at Ray Menzies Oval. Really nice start to this one too. Goal for goal to start things. Gaunt. Jeez, Mitchell, look at that gather. That was terrific.
It's been good early.
Has some support with Phelps. Swings it wide on that trusty left foot to half forward. Walker. McIntyre, the goal kicker. There's a whistle and going the way of Ocean Grove, I think.
Yep.
It is. Going the way of Cartelli, I think that is in the back pocket. Squares it up to Lundberg. Handball's over the top. Whoop, watch out. Speed wobbles came from Perkovic. Under some pressure too. He's forced to switch it back over to the opposite back pocket, and Cartelli, who loses the footy. Pressure on from Barwon Heads again. Very, very strong. Dyer emerges with it. Opperman. Handball's back was poor. Walker intercepted. Maloney did a pretty good job to get it out of there, and the juggling mark wasn't paid, but Ocean Grove emerged with the footy still. Kick to half forward is nice. Finds Cartelli. Half forward for the Grubbers. Chipping ball is good enough. They drive it deep. It's not the best kick. Polly got a hand to it. And in the end, it's rushed through for a behind.
Barwon Heads just can't let their the forwards get goal side of them as well. They're Buzz 2 entries inside 50s for 2 scoring shots already.
Philp goes short to Phelps. Mitch Phelps hangs it wide to Dyer, who takes the mark. Wanted to go, couldn't quite. Has Walter in support, who burst clear from half back. His kick was a bit too strong. Mark taken by Sutton. Chipping ball works. They go over the top. Dyer just evaded him. It was nice work by Cartelli over the top to Maloney, who has some space to work in now. Emmett Maloney inside 50. Kick isn't his best and it's out of play. I think I might have called Sutton before. It was Caden Long, was it not?
Yeah, it was. Just about to say it, but it's all good.
So 2-1-13 and 1-1-7 here, early stages. Barwon Heads' way. You can see the score on the bottom left of your screen there. Lovely work by Red Onion. McIntyre thumps it out of the danger area for the time being. Hobbs be first on the scene for Ocean Grove up against Martin. Paddles near the boundary. Lundberg just dumps one forward over the head of Eddie, who controls the footy now. Back to Walter, who's been busy. Gaunt goes by hand again. Not his best. Done that a couple of times. Mitchell ran into a bit of trouble. Hobbs again. Look out. Gets his handball over the top and heads straight to the boundary. That could be deliberate. The umpire's pretty nice to him and give a throw in, excuse me.
Good pressure there from the Grubbers. Able to force a stoppage. Barwon Heads looked out, but credit to the Grubbers there to get it to a stoppage, give them a chance.
Throw in favours Gaunt. Won it down to no great advantage. Dyer. Look at him come in and slap in hard. Ball spills clear. That's nearly in the back. Came clear again. Dyer. Look at him burrow his way in. Don't reckon they'll get out of this one. Another ball up. Strong contest to start, as you would expect in the Battle of the Bridge.
Already been 13 tackles for total from the game.
There you go. Tells you what you know. Look at that. Just bursting out was McIntyre and kicks deep. The kick didn't favour him though. The mark was taken. Chipping over the top works neat enough. Finds Owen. Jamison Owen on debut. Finds Maloney. Uses his pace, but he shins it. Not his best. Mopping up was Sutton. Handball wasn't great. McIntyre emerges with it again. Handball's over the top. Oh, look at Sprague just finding a way through and just kicking to the far side.
Got away with that one, the Grubbers did then, Buzz.
Absolutely. Goes short. Caden Long is the man. Drills one inboard to Logan Taylor, a rising star of the competition, of course. Flat ball wasn't his best. Walter intercepts it. Speaking of young stars of the competition, gets the give and go. Short ball was good to McIntyre. He's 55 from home. Drives it inside 50. Horbury was forced to do the spoiling from the back, but did a good job of it. Long found a way through. Interesting ball. McIntyre intercepted it. Finds McLaughlin. Just trickles one inside 50. Horbury, can he beat 3? He does. Handball's clear. Eddie, does he kick the goal? Yes, he does. It's a third for the Seagulls.
Sensational play from Barwon Heads there, Buzz. They just kept grinding and were able to get the job done there with Eddie.
So Barwon Heads 3-2-20 lead Ocean Grove 1-1-7. Just repeating, if you've just joined us, we apologise for the slightly shaky vision you'll be seeing. We're just missing a part of the tripod, but we'll get that rectified for you as the afternoon goes on. Peter doing a great job upstairs.
Barwon Heads +5 inside 50s, 8-3.
There you go. Tossed up. Steve Prazzani now in the ruck against Gaunt. There's a whistle from the non-officiating umpire and going the way of Ocean Grove. Prazzani wanted to take it, but looks like it'll be coming back. So no advantage taken by Prazzani, which was interesting, going the way of Riley Maloney in the long sleeves. Kicks just inside 50. Ward, good pair of hands. Jake Ward, just outside 50, drives it deep towards Richardson. Polly, just a couple of hands in the back, but you're allowed to do that now. Handball over the top was neat enough. McLaughlin. They just work it out. Alsabrook from half back. Good body work by Lundberg. He'll drive it inside 50 again. Hardy has the sit. They all spoiled each other in the end. Still comes clear. Strong tackle. Directly in front in a good spot for the Grubbers.
There's good pressure there from Ocean Grove. They had to win that one-on-one contest because Barwon Heads looked out. They had numbers, they had waves when they were going out of the back line there.
Geez, that's not holding the ball anymore. No, it is. I thought that rule went out. Well,
yeah.
Did it not? You can't take it out of the ruck? Or you can, sorry?
They did make it that you can take the ball out of the ruck, but you had to handball it quite quickly, I would have thought, and unfortunately wasn't able to there.
Fair enough. So Barwon Heads with the footy. Alsabrook on centre wing, far side. Look at the run and dash they've got going here. Walter charging forward. He's been terrific early, but his kick wasn't the best. Maloney's paid the mark at centre half back. Or the free kick, take your pick. Maloney. Oh, look at the space here. They're out, the Grubbers, if they can find Ward, which they don't quite. It was a pretty good effort by Sam Evans, to get a hand in and stop it. Would have been a certain mark.
Barwon Heads midfielders just really need to be careful there. Just can't afford to let their opponents just get out the back. They need to work both ways. Always got to be defensive first, then offensive.
Tossed up Brazzani, dominantly down to Taylor, who is ridden. No free kick doing. Another ball up. Just repeating that score, 3-2-20 to 1-1-7 early doors in the Battle of the Bridge. We're just inside 50 for Ocean Grove. Dyer doing the ruck work this time against Brazzani. Dyer always seems to find a way at ground level, but couldn't this time. We'll have another ball up in the same spot.
Barwon Heads really need to be a little bit more polished, I reckon. Buzz, they've gone inside 50 and missed a couple of kicks that you were speaking of before, and unfortunately, if they're able to hit them kicks, it could be a little bit more of a margin, but luckily for Ocean Grove, they're still in this contest.
Tossed up, there's a bit of a delay there, unsure why the umpire was waiting. I'm sure there was a reason for it. Another ball up, so a bit of a lull here. Big crowd watching. Netball, of course, going on. Balcony's full. Great atmosphere here at Ray Menzies Oval. Tossed up, look at the run up that Dyer gets and then jumps nearly over Brazzani. That was extraordinary. Got some hops on him even at his age, Matt Dyer. And again,
another one.
Another stoppage.
Really shows the versatility though there, Dyer is now down the ruck and was able to push forward earlier and also midfield.
Look at the run up he's riding with here, Will. He's starting outside of this stoppage.
Once he gets the momentum.
And he charges in and does a fantastic job. Just thumps it down. But to no great advantage. Bit of a scrap at the moment.
Wins it anyway.
But there he was, yeah. Emerged with it. Evans for Barwon Heads. His kick over the head of Horbury, who controls it. Kick down the line's pretty good. McIntyre's been a threat early. Controls the footy nicely. Kick inside 50. That's a wonderful pair of hands. I think it's Chris Martin down there at centre half forward. He wheels. There's a bit going on inside 52, and the kick from Martin is good. Finds Tim Chapman. A bit of a wrestle at centre half forward. I think it was Mitch Herbison actually was the man. Looks like Perkovic might be running with him. Wilbur, that's one to look out for.
We'll definitely have a look at that.
Look at him. He's just following him off and into him. Look at this, Wilbur.
Yep. Just going to the interchange together. He's just going to try and make it real hard for him all day.
So in comes Chapman. His kick won't quite have the journey. There's a whistle.
Going the way of Ocean Grove.
Going the way of Ocean Grove. You're spot on. And the way of Lundberg. In the back pocket for the Grubbers. They trail at the moment. 3 goals to 1. Ball's at half back. Finding the way through, doing a good job. The kick inside 50, nice and deep entry. The mark was dropped that time by Lundberg, who started pretty well for the Grubbers. Maloney couldn't quite control it. We'll have a ball up in a fantastic spot for the Grubbers. For Barwon Heads, excuse me.
Ocean Grove really struggling right now with their midfielders in the centre clearances and clearances. Barwon Heads +5 in that department early on, which has allowed for them to have the +5 inside 50s.
Thumped down in the path of Mitchell, but was blocked off. They still find a way through. Strong tackle. Was there in the back or high? I think it was going the way of McIntyre. Tim McIntyre already got the 1 goal. Chance for a second.
Can almost say I was a bit unlucky there. Couldn't really do much wrong there. The Ocean Grove defender was just trying to dive for that tackle, but unfortunately it was just over the top of him.
McIntyre kicks the goal. Barwon Heads is 4th. 19.5 gone in this opening term. Tim McIntyre with his second. 4-2-26 Barwon Heads. Ocean Grove 1-1-7.
Grubbers really just need to get this next goal. Really important here, Buzz. Especially with all the momentum going the way of Barwon Heads here. They really just need to get one back. Especially late in this quarter now. 20 minutes just about to occur.
Absolutely, mate. So 4-2-26 to 1-1-7.
We don't want to see the same result as last time we watched them against Mottawari, unfortunately.
No, not in the greatest form, as I mentioned, though, Barwon Heads. They're looking to recapture some today. They've dropped 3 of their last 5. It's extraordinary to think that a side like them are outside the top 5 in the BFL.
Yep,
It just shows you how even the comp is, though.
It's good. It's definitely good for the comp.
Yep.
Most teams probably thought they could have been the powerhouse side this year, but obviously probably aren't yet, but keep waiting.
Copland wheeled. Oh, it's a wonderful grab on the chest. I think it's Stevens just inside 50. Ben Stevens goes quickly to the outer side. Good looking kick, and McIntyre again takes the mark.
He's looked very lively here, McIntyre. Is he going for his 3rd goal now, Buzz?
Yeah, he is, yep.
Look very dangerous. The Ocean Grove defenders really need to lock onto him right now. Just one arm across him. As I said, Barwon Heads' polish wasn't as great going inside 50. Now they're up to 6 marks inside 50 for the quarter.
Tim McIntyre for his 3rd of the quarter. Thank you. And a little one to the crowd too, which I like. A 5th goal for the Seagulls. 5-2-32. Ocean Grove 1-1-7.
Agree with you there as well, Buzz. Definitely got to get into the crowds at away game. Baylor Bridge can't get much better than this at Ray Menzies Stadium.
He's on fire. Why wouldn't you celebrate? 3 goals straight for Tim McIntyre. Just don't have a match up for it at the moment, do they? Looks like Long's gone on to him now. So we'll watch that one with interest. We're back in the middle of the ground, and Carey was well tackled. Was thrown forward last week. Justin Carey rewarded his side with a bag of goals. Not known for his work down forward. Starting in the middle this afternoon. So there is an option for Jordan Jones. Bundled forward, another inside 50, and another mark. Herbison. That's nearly 50 against Perkovic. Mitch Herbison from 48. Chiseling ball. Dyer went the juggle, couldn't quite. Squares it up and calmly done. Finds Stevens. At half forward, doesn't look confident, so just works the ball inside and did a good job of it too. And the mark taken by Braden Eddy.
Now up to that 9th mark inside 50 for the quarter, Buzz. So really looking potent this forward line from 15 entries.
So 9 marks inside 50.
For 15 entries inside 50.
Yeah. That's a big stat, that one. Eddie comes in. Think he likes it?
No
yes,
problem.
He does.
It says 6 for the quarter as well now.
Unbelievable. 6-2-38. Ocean Grove 1-1-7. 23 minutes gone in this opening term. Thank you to Harvey Norman and Red Onion. We seem to have a curse with it whenever we go out to the BFL that they're not great games.
No, It's always been a big margin, hasn't it? We haven't had much
It's funny,
luck.
it's a very even competition, but every time we've
Yeah, it's exactly
covered
right.
a game...
Watching Newcombe Drysdale a couple of weeks ago, and that didn't go as
well,
planned,
It
unfortunately.
wasn't a
for us.
thriller by any stretch. I think it was 3 figures at half-time. Hope we don't get to that here. Not looking great at the moment, but what can Ocean Grove muster? They need something.
Barwon Heads +9 in hit outs as well for the quarter buzz. Really enabling them to get these clearances. There's another one.
Yep. Thump down, doing a good job weaving his way through with Stevens. Chiseling ball was nice to Young. Found a way through and dumps it inside 50. Walker attacks it with pace. Harry Walker. Need to get it in his hands more, but coughed up again. Stevens by hand. They filter it out still through handball. Chiseling ball isn't the best. Inside 50 and chopped off by Jamison Owen. Goes by hand. Pekovic. Little one over the top's poor. Gives Phelps an opportunity to kick from 48 and kick the goal. The 7th for the Seagulls.
The absolute perfect start here for Barwon Heads. They, after Tom Richardson to goal, they have not looked back here. Looking absolutely deadly here, and wouldn't be surprised if this could be an enormous margin, unfortunately for us, Buzz.
Wilbur calling it already. Reckons it'll be enormous.
Could be wrong. Hopefully it's a close game, but
Not looking great at the moment. 7-2-44 to 1-1-7.
still possibly 5 minutes left for another goal as well.
Yeah. Spot on. This is where they've been doing their damage. Hardy extracts it, being moved into the middle, started forward. The big body wins the clearance. Surprise, surprise. His kick wasn't the best. Chapman did a pretty good job. Chiseling ball down low. Good mark taken.
That was the first centre clearance as well for the Grubbers, Buzz.
First for the day. Eddie with the footy. In the middle of the ground. Squares it up. Wasn't great. Walter had to stretch. They still work it by hand. Stevens over the top. Evans. Loopy left-hand handball. Little one over the top's clever. Eddie worked his way forward nicely. Braden at the inside 50 again. Herbison with the stretch. And that's what you do when you have a tag, Wilbur.
Yeah,
Take your
he's
man where they don't want to go.
definitely looked a bit sore there. He's got to play on, but just take the shot, I reckon.
And Mitch Herbison. This will be right on his limit. He's a lovely field kick, Mitch Herbison. He's kicked the 14 goals this season. Mitch Herbison kicks from the paint of 50, just to the top of the goal square, really long. Thumped it down. Picked up by Horbury, squared it back up, but then coughed it up. Mark taken by Lundberg. Little one over the top to Walker. Not a great kick. Miss Maloney. Bit of a lazy one-stepper on the left foot. Wheeling around as Eddie favours his left side, and the ball to die was nice. Bounced off his chest. Paddled clear. Phelps spins out of trouble. Finds Opperman from the tight angle. Near side. Just turn your mic off, Will, if you want to have a cough, mate.
Sorry about that one.
It's all right. 7-3-45 to 1-1-7. Ocean Grove under siege here, along with the footy. Squares it back up. Long ball out of trouble, works to Walker. He's at half back for Ocean Grove. Harry Walker to centre wing. Just falls in the lap of Justin Carey, really, in the end. Read it best. Carey looking for Richardson, who's found a bit of space here. It's a terrific effort in the air from him. Now bursting forward is Maloney, if he can get it to him. Richardson looks further than that. Wants a piece of the goals, I reckon, to the teeth of goal. Ward takes the mark. Richardson again making things happen, Will.
Yeah, it's exactly right. The big young fellow, you can almost say, is just... So it was pretty much a perfect kick to the top of the goal square, and we did watch Ward last game at time, and
He's kicked it. They needed that. He's not confident. He hasn't celebrated. I think he's a bit unsure whether it had snuck home, but he had done so. So a much-needed second for the Grubbers, going the way coming from the boot, I should say, of Jake Ward. His 14th goal of the season, as I say, one that Ocean Grove desperately wanted. Barwon Heads on a roll. Stops the run of 5 consecutive goals to Barwon Heads. 2-1-13 to 7-3 45.
Credit to Ocean Grove here, though. Have had limited inside 50s, only 8, and most likely when they've gone inside 50, they've impacted the scoreboard where they're behind all goals. So Barwon Head defenders really need it. Lock on.
How many inside 50s for Ocean Grove, Will?
20.
No, for Ocean Grove? They wouldn't have 20.
8, sorry.
Yep, 20 play out. That's a big discrepancy, isn't it? So back underway. Handball over the top wasn't great to Mitchell. He was ridden into the deck, earning himself a free kick for a high contact. Brad Mitchell.
Only been the 5 free kicks for the quarter.
Oh, risky kick, looking for Opperman. Taylor did a good job to get a fist in, but Gaunt finds Phelps by hand. Pekovic, hands were neat. Bit of an indiscriminate handball there in the middle of the ground as the quarter time siren blows, and it's all Barwon Heads. 7-3 45, they lead. Ocean Grove 2-1-13. The goal kickers, we've got 3 to Tim McIntyre, 2 to Braden Eddy, 1 to Damien Horbury, 1 to Mitch Phelps, and singles for Ocean Grove for Jake Ward and Tom Richardson. 45 plays 13 at quarter time here at Ray Menzies Oval. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the second term. Team app, just search AFL Barwon to get all the scores from this afternoon. Torquay lead Port Arlington 4-3 27 to 2 straight 12. Drysdale 3-4 22 lead Geelong Amateur 1-1-7. And that's this game, of course. And in the GFL, St Mary's lead Geelong West 3-1-19 to 1 straight 6. That one being played at St Mary's. Lara lead Leopold. Believe this, Will. Lara lead Leopold by 2 points. Leopold have kicked 1 goal 6. Colac leads St Joey's by 13 points, 5-3 33 to 3-2 20. Bell Park comfortably over Grovedale, 6-4 40 to 1-2 8. Newtown and Chill by 3 points over South Barwon, 2-3 15 to 2 straight. And St Albans got the jump on North Shore, 5-6 36 to North Shore, 2 behinds. So as I say, don't forget, have all your scores all afternoon via Team app. Thanks. Just search AFL Barwon. And you'll be able to see all your scores throughout the afternoon. So just repeating here, 7-3 45 to 2-1-13. He's just scored. Tim McIntyre, what a start. He had 3 goals for him for Barwon Heads. Showed a clean pair of hands, and Ocean Grove just struggled to get a match up for him, really. They need something in the grubbers. Their goal kickers, Tom Richardson and Jake Ward. So we're underway. Second term. What can the home side do here to just arrest a bit of the slide they had in that opening term? Rosani starting in the ruck ahead of Hobbs, and Pete Hardy in the middle too. Headed towards Hobbs. Ward threw a boot at it. Couldn't gather cleanly. The ball's inside 50 just for Ocean Grove. We'll have a ball up.
It's the start they needed, Buzz. They struggled to get centre clearances, only had the one.
Just one for the whole quarter, was it?
Yep.
That's what it finished with, yeah.
It's a great start for them early to get the first one.
I think Pete Hardy's won both of them, Will. Yep. I reckon. Big body in there. Former South Barwon Premiership player, of course, in the GFL. That's Barwon Heads again. Phelps. Chiseling ball, and here is McIntyre. Brought down by Long, and he's slow to get up here, McIntyre too. Might have copped one just around the ear hole, just there. And he's a bit slow to get up. They're never nice.
It'd be disappointing as a Barwon Head supporter if it wasn't to keep playing, because he's been very good for him.
He's kicked down the line. It was a pretty good job in the end by Max Sutton to get a fist in, even though he was giving away a bit of size. It's probably a high tackle going against Ryan Simons. But So nothing doing according to the umpire, who's a lot closer than we are. Just a minute and a half gone. I see Luke Cartelli on the bench in front of us, Will, getting a fair bit of work done in the opening term on the massage table, so I'd want him out there. He's a key player for the Grubbers. Bundled forward, Walker gets it out of play ahead of Horbury. So he's just got his sock up, see in front of us, Will, he's just got his right sock covering something, I would suggest.
Yeah, I'd say it's an ankle. He's doing
ankle or raises. A calf, one of those two. He's definitely got some strapping there underneath his sock. Free hit going the way of Barwon Heads. Advantage taken by Herbison from 50. Doesn't go for home. Would have liked him to. Would have been a highlight reel. Good mark taken going back with the flights. That was Reese Hobbs. Ocean Grove nearly stuff it up, but Monteith takes the mark. Lovely kick too. Logan Taylor's worked into some space here, and he's not a man you want to give a lot to. Logan Taylor kick partially smothered, so play on is the call. Coughed up by Hobbs. That was Tom. Squared up by Eddie to Alsabrook. Centre half back. Hardy man's the mark, jumping up and down. Short ball, space everywhere. For Eddie. Little one over the top's pretty good to Opperman. Best name in the business, I reckon, Will.
Yeah, you'd say that. Never heard that before. Definitely a unique last name.
Fantastic. Just first and second name, really. Really cool.
The double O.
Yeah. Mitchell's kick wasn't his best. Comes clear to Gorn, who's been good. They're about 60 out from home. Funny looking ball to Phelps, who does a brilliant job to trap the footy. Misses Dyer. Ball spills clear. Dyer's first in the scene though for Barwon Heads. Gets it clear. Bundled forward by Martin. I think the ball will beat Harry Walker. No, he keeps it in. Does a good job, Harry Walker. But it's all Barwon Heads. Doing a good job. Oh, no.
Dyer's very sore.
McDonald did a pretty good job, I thought, but infringes Dyer's hobbling, but still able to take his kick. The reigning Ash medalist, co-Ash medalist. Mark taken by Reese Hobbs. Reese Hobbs squares the ball up to Carey.
With all these entries inside 50, I tell you, Ocean Grove's backline's held up really well. Lots of intercept marks. Credit to them.
Walker from half back. Down the line. Strong hands by Sutton. You can hear the air just being sucked out of that Dow footy. And he's right in front of us. To half forward Ward.
It's a great mark.
Now there's a one-on-one inside 50. Richardson's down there. Here he comes, the steam train. Oh no! This drops an absolute watermelon, Richardson.
Followed up well.
He does follow up well and gets it back too. Hobbs, squaring ball, works. Finds Monteith just inside 50.
Sensational play in the end there by Richardson. He's such a big fella to be able to work well down low on the ground. To be able to pick that ball up was good. And Monteith should hopefully kick the first for the quarter for Ocean Grove.
Ollie Monteith from just inside 50 gives a good shake of it too, and he's kicked it. Just the start the Grubbers wanted. The home crowd like it.
He too is another young player, Buzz. Just learning their structures, and they're breeding some good young players here at Ocean Grove with a couple of young boys now in this team.
They've always had good junior structure, Ocean Grove.
Yeah, we'll be able to fill you in, Buzz. We play them in a few weeks, I think.
So, vital goal. 7-3-45 to 3-1-19. Apologising, I've just lost our vision here for the time being. We'll get it back very shortly. Monteith, the goal kicker in the meantime. We'll call it like the radio with no vision. Eddie found a way through. Jeez, McLaughlin was nearly caught. Just got rid of it in time. Squaring ball works. Just Sprague, but his kick smothered. It was a good job by Taylor, who unloads from 55. Can Richardson get back in time? No, he cannot. And Philp takes the mark. Chips over the top. Polly will earn himself a 50-metre penalty. He was in fringe. We just apologise. We know we haven't got any footage for the time being. Chips over the top. Crowd didn't like it. Looked like there was a free kick there. Perkovic at ground level. Another ball up. We apologise for that slight break in transmission there, but we're back online now. Another strong tackle, we'll have a ball up. Just repeating that score that you can see, 7-3-45 to 3-1-19. Prezani won it down pretty convincingly to Perkovic. Couldn't quite get his hands clear. Another ball up. It's a dominant start for Barwon Heads in the first term, but they've just been slightly halted here. Phelps was really bundled over. Dyer goes searching for it. And there's a bit going on right in front of the Ocean Grove bench too. Dyer's slow to get up. Going the way of Ocean Grove after all that. Hit down the line. Ward was nudged out of the way. Hobbs does a good job just to get it clear. Eddie McIntyre does well. Swings it wide. Good kick too. Finds Stevens, who kicks towards Herbison, but the kick sailed over his head. Long. Oh, Perkovic fell over at the key moment, but still has time to recover and take the mark. Long ball. Taylor has to hang in the air. Couldn't mark. Over the top. Chiseling ball from Copland. Nearly worked too. Walker got a fist in. Perkovic, clever little kick over the top to Maloney. They're at half forward, Barwon Heads here. Paddled forward again by Copland, but the ball now out of play. So we're just inside 50 for the Seagulls, who lead 7-3-45 to 3-1-19. Prezani back in the ruck for Ocean Grove and wins it dominantly up against Horbury. Mitchell been busy. From the point of 50, Sprague just evades Herbison. And out in the full.
Prezani's lifted this quarter, Buzz in the ruck. They lost the ruck pretty comfortably last quarter, but they're up now.
Carey at centre half back. True centre half back for Ocean Grove. Lovely looking kick too out wide. Trimble over the top to Walker, who should have marked but couldn't quite. Richardson gathers though, and from 60 finds his man. I think that's Cartelli down there. Takes the diving chest mark. Every time Tom Richardson has gone near the ball, Will, something has happened.
He's created opportunities, hasn't he? He's kicked the one goal, he's set up another goal and possibly set up another one. It's been great, especially being such a tall boy to pick it up.
Cartelli improves the angle. Always a bit narrow through for a minor score. 25 points. The margin. Good to see Luke Cartelli back out there. Look to be suffering some sort of lower leg.
Do you think he might be in that forward line though, Buzz, because of that injury?
I would assume so. Otherwise, I would guess he'd be in the middle of the park where he's usually does his best work. High footed. That's nearly gone higher than it has longer. Mark was dropped by Polly. It was a tough one to grab though. Ball near the boundary and over now. 7-3-45 to 3-2-20. Just apologise again earlier for the slight break in transmission we had and for the slightly shaky footage. We're about to have that rectified with the tripod up there. Look at Walter burst clear. Zach Walter Kick favours Herbison. Got 2 hands to it. Couldn't mark. Horbury has 3 to beat. Good luck with that. Walker just bounces up with it, really, didn't he? Marchbank. Little ball inside to Maloney at centre half back. Marchbank again. Nicely done to Taylor. Logan Taylor. Over the top will find Ward on the juggle and does. They go quickly. Kick was intercepted though. Doing a good job there was Sprague. Comes clear. Loopy handball over the top. Polly was almost a little bit too clever for Stevens, but they worked their way out of it eventually. Hobbs battling at ground level. Mitchell out of there. Sprague again. Lundberg did a good job against Dyer. Hobbs. Ball to Marchbank. Kicks one very high. Ward does a pretty good job. And the ball now out of play.
Still waiting for the ball to come in. It's eventually been decided from the umpire that it's going to be out on the full. And it's going to be Polly's going to kick it right on their half-back line. Goes long down line to a contest. Gaunt's there. Did well. Front and spot was Dyer, but only as far as Lundberg. Switches the plate. They're out now, Ocean Grove. With Perkovic. He goes wide. Sutton's around there, but it's drop mark from Phelps. Good pressure there from Barwon Heads, and it's nice tackle. It's holding the ball. Umpire says it's Dyer. Goes long, down to the pocket. Copland's there. It's a good mark. True centre wing. He goes back inboard. It's a nice chiseler kick to Chris Martin. He plays on. Nice kick again to Horbury. Working this ball up well here, Barwon Heads, and they go long inside 50 to a contest. High flyers everywhere. Front spot was Ocean Grove, but they weren't able to mark it. Umpire calling a free kick, which is going to go the way of Ocean Grove. Handball out wide here.
That's Lundberg. Nicely done, Wilbur. Taylor. Clever trap. Oh, but he's caught. Did he get his handball clear? The umpire said yes. Marchbank carried over the boundary line.
Definitely got lucky there. Ocean Grove. Taylor just needed to get the handball away. Unfortunately, was just able to. Ball just going to be thrown in now. 11 minutes gone. Nice tap forward from Barwon Heads. Nice clearing kick from Ollie Monteith. It's a dangerous ball though. We've got Zach Walder. He picks up a nice kick. He lowers the eyes, trying to find Horbury. He just darts around, but it's a good tackle. Nice quick handball. Back to Walter. Goes short handball in. Just going to be a ball up here. Half forward line, right in the pocket. Ocean Grove did pretty good there with the clearing kick from Monteith, but credit to Barwon Heads to get it back in here. Tap forward here. It's a good tackle from Ocean Grove. And they're going forward, but it's out in the full. Ball, we're not actually too sure what's happening here. It's going to be brought back instead. It's going to be thrown in. Gaunt was there, did okay. Nice handball forward from Barwon Heads, and they're out now with Opman, but he's pushed out of it, but it's just going to be a stoppage again. Just etching closer and closer. Barwon Heads here out of the goal square, but still good. They're taking time off this game here. 15 and a half minutes are gone. In their forward line, they've had the 8 inside 50s. Nice tap from Gaunt. Only as far as Ocean Grove. Tackling's been good. They're going to go inside of 50 here. Can he trap it? He can't, Herbison, but he did okay. He's done well, but it's a good smeller. They're out now, Ocean Grove, or are they? It's a free kick, and it's going the ways of Ocean Grove here, Buzz.
It is. Squared up to Taylor. It's not a great kick, though. and Martin was collared as he took the mark.
It was a great mark. He would have had a bit of whiplashes there as well. His head did hit the ground pretty hard.
Man, landed heavily, didn't he? Wasn't a great kick towards Taylor. So, not an easy kick, not a given, but for a player of Chris Martin's ability, probably should be a better chance than not here to kick the goal. Chris Martin from 35, nice. Straight through.
They've worked this really well here, Barwon. It's the first goal for the quarter for them. It's taken them a lot longer than it was in the first quarter, but credit to them. They were stuck in that dead pocket for quite a while there, but just getting closer and closer to the goals, and then eventually a clearing kick forward from Ocean Grove, but it was not a great ball. It was ended up being cut off from Martin. Credit to him, and credit to their small forwards.
Absolutely. You mentioned all their first goals taken 17 minutes, but even so, Ocean Grove just haven't been able to put on the scoreboard, have they? So, Barwon Heads 8-3-51 to 3-2-20. 17 and a half minutes gone in the second term. Matt Dyer and Prazzani in the ruck. Dyer over the top. Eddie, look at Dyer, just burst clear, followed up, and then kick inside, 50 to Herbison, got him. No in the back as it is the decision, and he won't be happy. Mitch Herbison with that. Perkovic squares it up. Lundberg in the back pocket. Maloney with the footy. Just chipping their way out of trouble. Clever kick. Finds Lemper. Ryan Lemper at half back. Down the line to Hobbs. Got a good piece of it. And himself paid a mark, is it? Okay. Hobbs. Right in front of the benches. Oh, funny helicopter sort of kick it.
Still worked.
Yeah, funnily enough, works for them. Out of play. 31 points to margin. Barwon Heads' way. Be brought in. 8-3-51 plays 3-2-20. Thrown in, Dyer. He's caught. Was Lemper. They get it out of there. Maloney. Back inside 50. Ricochets a long way off a stray leg. Geez, that's a free kick going the way of Sutton, or it should be. Who was ripped off it while he didn't have the footy.
It's been a good find for him. Mark Sutton, only the 18-year-old.
Absolutely. His kick isn't his best there, though. Chopped off by Philp. Michael Philp in no hurry here in his own defensive half. Inside ball to Dyer. Goes by hand. Evans out of trouble. Clever kick. Alsabrook dropped what he should have taken, and the ball is out of play. Free kick, in fact.
Yep, they called chopping of the arms in the end with Alsabrook going forward.
Yep. He kicks forward now. Sprague shows a nice pair of hands. Charlie Sprague. Inside 50. 2-on-2 contest. Falls to ground level. McIntyre goes looking for it. Perkovic has got the job on Herbison. Hobbs. Now Carey. Rebounds from his back half, but he's caught by Herbison. Got his hands clear in the nick of time. Hobbs clears it. Cartelli and Polly go to work at half forward. Barwon Heads clear now with McLaughlin. Dyer's had a ton of it. The reigning Ash medalist, and his chiselling ball was fantastic to McIntyre. 70 from home. Back in board to Eddie. Goes by hand. Look at them work their way out of this. Long, deep footy to Herbison. It'll evade him and Harry Walker. And out of play.
Would be good if they had the stats tracker in the BFL bars, I tell you, with Dyer especially. Would definitely be close to at least 20 plus touches early in this first half.
And a few hit-outs to go with that as well.
Yep.
We'll just wait and see on that one, will we? You might get your wish sometime soon.
Well, there you go.
Umpire hovering. I'm not saying it'll happen, but you might get your wish. Oh, McIntyre was ripped down, holding the footy as a decision. What would you average, you reckon?
Touches?
Yeah. What would you average over a year?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
20?
The last couple of weeks I've been on.
Oh!
I've been a little bit quieter.
I don't think you were happy. I think you wanted more than 20. Walker. Bell Park's Lockie Patton is actually the leading disposal getter in the GFL this year.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Which is a name probably not people would expect. Jeez, Richardson. Hear the slap of bodies as he came through there. Bundled forward by Maloney. Now Carey. Can he beat a couple here? The ball just keeps running away from the Barwon Heads defenders. The quick kick from Simons. Richardson's there. What a mark. Clever mark from Evans. That ball went right up the chimney. Difficult grab, but took it pretty comfortably, Eddie. Inside ball was pretty good.
Copland.
Yep. Found Copland. Went wide. Finding a way through over the top. Look at the space they've got here. They just worked their way out of trouble, Barwon Heads, and back inside 50. Herbison had a fair bit of jumper being held there. Sprague could probably take the advantage if he wants. No, umpire's not letting him.
He wanted to.
Herbison saying, why don't you let him have the advantage, but we'll be coming back to Mitch Herbison.
It's been really lively. He's been quite unlucky as well, but like he said, Buzz, you want him to eventually have a shot on goal, and he's eventually going to do that now.
So Mitch Herbison directly in front. Shouldn't be an issue for a player of his calibre. And he comes, left foot up. It's through. His first of the afternoon, Mitch Herbison, 15th of the season. Extends Barwon Heads' lead, 9-3-57 to Ocean Grove, 3-2-20.
For all the credit to Ocean Grove early in this quarter, it's just come back to bottom here, unfortunately, with only the one goal for him this quarter. Barwon Heads 2. They were real hot early, Ocean Grove, getting a couple of centre clearances and being hot on the footy with tackles, but Barwon Heads now been able to open the game up. We saw lots of stoppages early in that first quarter, and now they've been able to play wide sort of game, and it's gone to their benefit here.
Absolutely. Prazzani wins it out for Ocean Grove. Bundled forward, another clearance. Opperman inside 50. McIntyre couldn't quite. Hobbs did a pretty good job. Squares it up. Dangerous ball to it. Long. And ball's back to Perkovic, who's more than happy to see it over the line. Takes a kick in and goes very short. Hobbs telegraphs it back to Perkovic. Back to Long. And now Marchbank under some pressure. Overcommitting was Copland. Ward, clever mark. Strong hands by Jake Ward.
Barwon Heads cut off the corridor really good here.
They have. Look at the numbers in the middle of that ground. Look at that footy. So high in the air. Comes back down. Olserbrook. Handle over the top to Gaunt. Missed him, but follows up pretty well. And the ball eventually goes out of play. So dying stages of this first half. It's Barwon Heads in the ascendancy. 58 plays 20. Battle of the Bridge.
Can't afford a late goal here, Ocean Grove.
Prazzani rips it out of the ruck. Comes to ground level. Strong tackle by Stevens. Right in front of the Ocean Grove bench. Spot on, Will, but if they concede one here, would be a real dagger for them.
Because they're still in this game.
Yeah, and they worked really hard in the start of this term. They just couldn't put it on the scoreboard, could they? Prazzani. Quick kick out of the stoppage. Favoured McLaughlin, who just couldn't quite get a clean grasp on the footy. Bundled clear. Maloney got a fist to it and then follows up his own work. Prazzani, oh, look at that. That was a huge feed off. He might have knocked him out, I reckon.
Wilbur. Yep.
It was a heavy hit. We'll keep an eye on that one. The ball trickles back towards 50. Hardy was caught. Got his hands clear. Mitchell does a good job. Run into a bit of trouble. Gaunt was brought down without it. Ripped clear. Walter, Mitchell, look out. There's the player's down.
He's definitely knocked out.
Yeah. Jeez, that could have been risky. And I think the umpire's going to call a stop to it, and rightfully so. He's very slow to get up.
Thankfully, right next to the interchange bench. So
yeah, it's Charlie Sprague, isn't it? I think, Will.
Yep.
So we'll keep an eye on that one. It was a heavy hit from Brazzani. Yeah, Nothing untoward, was it? But
Brazzani was just attacking the footy really well. Just unfortunately, Sprague was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So Herbison drives it back inside 50. Oh dear, there was 4-on-1 and they spoiled each other, and then Walker's kick. Looks like one of yours this morning, Will. Sales out of play.
Luckily I wasn't able to kick any on the full, but yeah, some of my kicks were scrappy early. It was a bit chewy, unfortunately, but second half was a little bit more clean up.
So Chris Martin with the footy from 55. Thought he was fancying himself there to the top of the goal square. Dyer nearly comes down with it. Maloney caught at ground level. Dyer goes to work again. I think we'll have another stoppage here. No, it just comes out, but no matter. Half time. It's Barwon Heads 9-4-58 to Ocean Grove 3-20. 38-point margin to last year's grand finalists. We'll be back in 15 or so minutes for the second half. Jump back on the Apple Barwon Facebook page then. For the Battle of the Bridge, it's Barwon Heads 38-point leaders at half time.
8 to 2-3-15. Ocean Grove, we're playing, aren't we, there? We don't have scores for Drysdale and Amos. For the GFL, St Mary's lead Geelong West Giants 7-5-47 to 3 straight 18. Leopold lead Lara 8-11-59 to Lara 3-4-22. And would you believe, Buzz, Colac lead St Joey's 10-4-64 to St Joey's 3-8-26. My boys need a lift. Bale Park lead 9-7-61 to Grovedale 3-4-22. In Reesewood's 200th game, South Barwon Trail 3-3-21 and Newtown 5-6-36, and St Albans lead 9-13-67 and Norshore 1-3-9.
There you go. All the scores across GFL and BFL at the halftime break. And we're back underway for the third turn here at Ray Menzies Oval. It's a mountain to climb for Ocean Grove. Can they do it? Herbison's back in the middle for Barnes to start. Walter feigns a bit of candy. Eddie over the top. Clean hands to Phelps, playing a bit further away from goal this afternoon. There he is on cue. Clever ball to Herbison, his good mate, as Will mentions, Reese Woods in his 200th game today. Look at that raking kick to Alsabrook, and Phelps, who kept running, and he's delivering to McIntyre. He's done his knee. Oh no, he's done his knee, I reckon, Will. The ball comes back, and he's found his man, but that looked like a knee straight away. Oh
as
boy.
He used his last push on his knee to mark that, and it just gave way, unfortunately, there.
Hope it's not as bad as it looked, but it certainly didn't look great.
Could have possibly been a hybrid extension.
Could have been, yeah.
Could have been a little bit better, as we saw with Josh Jenkins.
Yep.
Only like a medial or bruised knee sometimes, but...
What a threat he's been today too. He's kicked 3 goals straight. Amazing opening term where he kicked all those goals. We hope it's not as bad as it looks, and he is getting up, which is a good sign. But he really can't. It looks like he's already got a bit of... I'm not sure if it is the same knee, but he's already got a bit of strapping on his left knee. So, bit of concern around Tim McIntyre. That's shocking luck for him. I doubt we'll see him again. But in the meantime, a shot on goal from Stevens is narrowed through for a minor score. So we'll keep you updated on the condition of Tim McIntyre. It is a good sign that he is able to walk off, albeit with the assistance of the trainers. But might not be as serious as we may think. Well, he is walking off unaided now, so...
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit better.
But I still doubt we'll see him today. Oh, he was hobbling around anyway. Ocean Grove back with the footy. Walker takes the mark up against the fence. Ball inside's pretty risky. Taylor at the back of the pack lays a strong tackle. Ball spills clear. We're entering in the middle of the ground. Walter handball over the top. Got some space to work. Phelps, clever kick over the top. Falls short of his intended target in Sprague. Comes clear. Lundberg goes back to Caden Long. His kick is chopped off by Alsabrook. Has some support over the top. Phelps, he's dangerous from here. Doesn't quite come back enough through for a minor score. Mitch Phelps.
Does that mean Sprague's back on Buzz, or...?
Does. I did see him out there, so he has recovered from that knock from Pisani earlier. And it's in his direction here. High footy. Lundberg did the spoiling. Trying to extract it out. That's probably a free kick going the way of Barwon Heads, but nothing doing. This is a great job there. Oh, it's a strong bump. Lemper was dumped. He did a good job to gain about 50 metres without actually picking up the ball. Here's Zach Walter.
Yeah, it was really good there by Lemper, but unfortunately, just Barwon Heads were able to outnumber him in the contest, which has led to this kick.
Taylor chopped the kick towards the 50-metre line off. Pekovic got the job on Herbison. Ball inside's nice. Now they've got some room to move here, Ocean Grove, but Richardson just loses his footing at the vital time. Allows Philp into the action, but Richardson found a way. But there's nothing further afield, so Monteith's forced to hold it up. He's got Carey working for him, and he's got Ward a bit longer and finds, and they did that well.
It was a good passage play there from Ocean Grove. They were able to work it hard there, and it was a good contest to be won on that far side of the wing, then create some overlap with Monteith, and a nice chiselling ball to Ward.
Of course, they're without Corey Connor, who we saw against Mottawarra. I think he kicked 6 that day, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, but he's out of the team today. He's kicked 22 for the year, so a bit of a hole to be filled by Jake Ward here, and he hasn't made the journey. Did not get any of that. Through for a rush behind.
I think he's in the top 5 for the for the BFL scoring as well.
Yeah, he is, yep. Barwon Heads go quickly from the kick out with McLaughlin. Wide ball. Monteith did a good enough job. Polly loops on over the top to Eddie, who's been very busy. Goes by hand to Opperman. He's just on centre wing. His kick isn't great. Chopped off by Marchbank. Goes hard. Strong, heavy hit. Goes to a ground level again. Wants the boundary, I think, and pretty happy to see it over in the end.
Probably a good result for both sides there. Able to regroup here now and just get numbers into the contest.
So on the harder centre wing on the outer side. Good gathering of Ocean Grove supporters under the marquee. Just out of shot. There we go. Pete doing a good job there. Herbison just calm under some frontal pressure, and Gaunt inside 50. Dyer went the 2 grabber, couldn't quite. Pressure on Horbury, who just heads towards the line with hand, but first on the scene is Marchbank, who squares it up. If you can see the player behind the pole there. Swung wide. It's a good fist coming late. I think it was Stevens doing a good job. Ocean Grove with the numbers in the meantime. Ball spills out the back, bit of tunnel ball style. Herbison had a slight fumble. Just outside 50 for Barwon Heads. Eddie loops one by hand. Stripped of it was Simons. They go again. Simons, another fumble. Almost caught high.
Just need to be clean there, Simons. He just need to get the footy out of their back half, although a stoppage isn't the worst case scenario.
No, certainly not. 60 plays 21, as you can see on the bottom left of your screen. Thank you to Red Onion, to do a fantastic job graphics and vision-wise for AFL Barwon. Quick kick out of the pack. Dyer takes the mark. Strong hands from Matt Dyer. The kick came from Coplands, and the reigning Ash medalist shows a nice pair of hands.
Now looks like he's playing as a deep forward now, Buzz.
Yeah.
Sort of possibly swap with Herbson in the ruck, even. Because Dyer can play anywhere, really.
He can. And he comes, pokes at it. He's missed it. Goodness me. Even the best can miss from there, Will.
Yep, and the crowd gave it to him as well.
Yep. Heard a few Bronx cheers. 40 points is the margin now, though. Big crowd here hoping for a bit of an Ocean Grove resurgence, but it's looking unlikely at the moment. What can they do here with Justin Carey with the footy? Does a good job by hand to Walker, who's caught in a strong tackle, but he bounces up with it. His handball was partially intercepted. Walter will be coming out again. Ball in board, but chopped off. Maloney with the footy, forced to just wobble one. It's a really poor kick, and Eddie chopped it off, and then he turns it over to Harry Walker. Have another go, Harry. He winds up to half forward. It's nearly a third successive turnover. Barwon Heads emerge with it. Chipping ball is clever to Opperman. Best name in the region. Trim ball over the top. They've got numbers streaming forward. Noah Young with the footy. Left footer. Inside 50. Long first forced through the spoiling against Dyer. Lundberg was upended. Sprague comes clear with it, as does Dyer, who hooks it over the shoulder and kicks the goal.
It was a great build up there, wasn't it, Buzz? He missed what should have he kicked earlier on, and then he was able to rectify it there. Wasn't a great sort of patch of play, though, from both respective sides with a couple of turnovers, but they were able to get the last laugh. Yeah, it was pretty scrappy, wasn't it? But Barwon Heads won't care. 10-7-67 to 3-3-21. That's thanks to Harvey Norman and Red Onion. 9 minutes gone in the third term. Just don't have anything going for them at the moment, do they, Barwon Heads? Especially out of the middle. Really struggling. Do you mean Ocean Grove?
What did I say, Barwon Heads?
Yep.
I meant Ocean Grove.
It's all good. The best of us.
Hobbs over the top. Look at Walter just burst his way through. That was fantastic. And then just dumps on inside 50. Bodies are going down everywhere. Dyer stays down. The ball to the back of the pack. Marchbank was caught. Walker has to be clean here. He's caught. Ridden into the turf. Play on the call. Herbison spins around, and good bit of goalkeeping on the line. No score. And Maloney, wow, the umpire went the early whistle, I think. Or has he paid the mark? He has paid the mark.
Dyer seems alright as well. He's got up.
Yeah, back up. Good to see. Maloney to Maloney, but the ball thumped clear and out of play.
Another whistle somewhere.
Yeah, there wasn't there? Don't think it's for anything though. That looks like the throw-in's going to come here. Tossed in. Just forward to centre wing. Hobbs doing some good body work in the ruck. That's Tom. Got his hands clear, but Sprague chopped it off. A lovely delivery. Finds Ben Stevens.
Clearances for the match, Buzz.
Yep.
Barwon Heads 20 to Ocean Grove 6. Just really just got on top of them there. They've been just struggling to create opportunities.
Ben Stevens, one behind for him this afternoon. From 40, it's always fading to the far side. Second behind for him. Brought back in quickly by Ocean Grove, and they make it work just. Hobbs, Reece Hobbs in at half back. Oh, looks to square it up to Long. Went barely the 15 metres.
They make it uneasy, don't they, sometimes, Buzz? Just a couple of switch kicks, but...
One over the top to Taylor, who's worked pretty hard for the Grubbers this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been pretty gallant. He's had to fight hard in that midfield, but just hasn't had enough support.
Yeah. Swings wide to Walker has also been very impressive.
Strong mark as well.
Strong boy. kicks down the line. Ward, speaking of strong, he's got some good hands on him. Jake Ward, it kicks to Brazzani. Thumped clear from him. Monteith bounces up with it. Good gather, was clean from Lemper, had to be too. Taylor did a good job. Chipping over the top, clever grab. Really good grab by Chapman. Tim Chapman at half back. Loops it over the top to his man in McLaughlin, who goes to Dyer.
It's the second inside 50.
And look at McLaughlin go. He's got the burners on Wilbur and then runs into trouble. Look out.
Oh, wow.
Somehow he got into trouble. Extraordinary. Got his hands clear and they're away now, the Seagulls. Stevens through the middle of the ground. Good kick too. Finds Young, who plays on immediately and kicks behind. Jeez, it would have been a good team goal that.
Oh, that would have been sensational. That work there. The Grubbers should have got a free kick for that tackle. It was 4 around that stoppage, and
someone should have just got him. Well, they didn't want to lay a glove on him.
Yes, credit to him, and how we get the opportunity.
Got no idea how he got out of trouble there, but he did. Hobbs over the top to Taylor. He's in the back pocket. Sorry, Perkovic. Don't know why I said Taylor. Long ball over the top. Geez, Brazzani went the big fly. Couldn't complete the mark. Barwon Heads are out again. Opperman's handball wasn't his best. And the ball out of play.
Barwon Heads plus 17 for possessions for the quarter buzz. Ocean Grove just can't get their hands on the footy at the moment.
Certainly can't. They're struggling out of the middle of the park at the moment.
Yep, plus 5 for clearances for the quarter.
There's a whistle. I think it's going back because of the boundary umpire's shallow throw in. Just good to see.
Yeah, Milky would be happy with that.
Milky would be very happy with that. Hopefully he's back on board next week for the GFL, Milky. Port ground level. Wrapped up, another ball up. Just repeating that score that you can see on your screen. 10-9, 69 to 3-3. 21. The goal kickers Monteith, Ward and Richardson for Ocean Grove. Another inside 50 for Barwon Heads though. Long does the spoiling. Herbison at ground level. He's lurking. Found a way through and hits the post.
His front and centre then was sensational. He's just unable to, unfortunately, finish for Barwon Heads' point of view.
Really under siege here. 10 goals, 10. Barwon Heads.
Still could be a 100-point deficit.
Pekovic to Hobbs. They're making it hard for themselves here. Long loops it over to Perkovic again. Marchbank out of trouble for the time being, but it's coming back. Dyer. No, it's a downfield free kick, I think, for a bump as he kicks. So it'll be an Ocean Grove free kick with Sutton. Chips over the top. Ward. He's taking some good marks today. Goes very quickly to Maloney. Richardson jumped a week early. Gives away a free kick.
They just haven't been able to get inside 50 enough, Buzz, for Richardson to have enough impact, because when he's been around the stoppage, he's been sensational.
Young found Phelps. Drives it to half forward. Strong fist came from Hobbs. Sprague couldn't quite gather. The ball's out of play in front of the pavilion here. Ray Menzies Oval.
Just a tick under 16 minutes gone as well.
Brought in Dyer and Hobbs. Dyer does a good job giving away some size, but Hobbs' follow-up was pretty good too. Kick smothered. Kick came from Lemper, it was, for Ocean Grove. Sutton nearly got a high tackle, nothing doing for him though. Ball spills clear for the Seagulls. Sprague does good. Geez, wasn't clean. That's a free kick given away. Geez, it could have been holding or holding the ball, but it's the latter going the way of Ocean Grove and Logan Taylor. Taylor has one over the top. It is Sutton. Long way from home. There's not a lot of movement for him. So he's just going to be forced to kick it as long as he can, I reckon. Towards Brazzani and Ward. Maloney's kick was smothered. Dyer first on the scene for Barwon Heads. Gets away from Brazani and earns himself a free kick.
Now you see he's just in the midfield and ruck, so he's legit played around the whole.
I think he might go where he wants. To be honest, he's good tackle on Eddie, whose handball flies over the top and through for a rush behind.
Would be good to see a heat map, I tell you.
Yeah. Just be a nice big lot of heat all over the park, I think. Opperman goes by hand. They run it out. Copland. Lovely kick to centre wing. They've moved the ball fantastically today, Barwon Heads. Opperman's on back if they want, but goes further afield than that, but it was O'Leary, and there's a whistle.
It's a mark to Harry Walker.
Excuse me. Walker goes down the line. Finds Pekovic. Short over the top, hangs in the air a long time, but safe enough to Lemper, who's worked his way into the game. Down the line, Ward again. Brazani, excuse me. Got a clean pair of hands at it, but couldn't mark. Polly, clean pickup. It was very nice. Goes back to Walter. It always makes something happen, Zach Walter. Ball over the top. Tom on contest. Mitchell bounced up. Nicely done. Walter kept going. And he's caught. Strong tackle. Well done. Zach Walter stopped right in his tracks.
Their pressure the last 5 minutes has been really good. Ocean Grove been able to try and maintain it in their forward half. Once again, they're going to probably go close inside 50.
Hardy goes to Hobbs. Tom. Centre half forward for Ocean Grove. Goes long to Richardson, who had 2 to beat. Out of play.
They're due for a goal here, Ocean Grove, with all the effort they've done for the last couple of minutes. Especially late in this quarter, it would be really handy for them if they're able to impact the scoreboard here and give themselves some life.
Tossed in. Taylor was nearly caught high, but ball comes out. They've done that really well all day. Barwon Heads. Short ball's nice to McLaughlin. Still in his back half. Chips over the top to Walter, who goes by hand quickly. They've done this really well. Walter, clever kick over the top, straight to the advantage of Philp, who has some space. Got a man over the top, but missed him. Has Phelps there too, but goes further back than that. Driving ball from Stevens is good. And found Noah Young. Noah Young with the footy on centre wing. Chips over the top. Walker does a good job. Had front position against Horbury. And the ball is now out of play.
Barwon Heads plus 10 for kicks and plus 14 for handballs this quarter. Just really dominated the quarter. Unfortunately, they've struggled to kick straight. Otherwise, it could be a big margin.
Absolutely. So if this result does go their way, which you expect it would, they'd move to 6 wins and 4 losses and possibly back inside the 5, depending on percentage and other results today. Strong tackle by Stevens. Perkovic, can he find a way out? He just did. Well done by Walker. He's been very impressive in the back half, Harry Walker. Barwon Heads players got in each other's way. Allows Ward an opportunity to come out with it. If he can pick up cleanly, he can't quite. The cavalry arrives now. Sutton and Maloney. Barwon Heads do well. Chipping ball over the top, but turned over. Mark taken by Owen, I think that is.
Yep.
Kicks in, nearly inside 50. Lovely delivery though to Richardson, nonetheless. But he looks up and he's only got Logan Taylor, and that's it. As the deepest line forward, Richardson mungs one to Ward, evades him, copped a nasty bounce. Polly has time. Copland,
nice kick.
Great kick. They've done this superbly all day. McLaughlin found a way through. Horbury, thumping fist came from Reese Hobbs. Bob up with it again. Mitchell turns it over. Perkovic lost his footing, regained it. Brazani over the top to Walker, up the nasty bounce. Handball's back over the top again. Maloney now. Brazani up the chimney it goes. Strong grab, not paid to Evans. Polly stripped off it. Walter calm head. Flings it wide to Young. Shows some pace. Ball down the line is nice to Stevens, who's been good. Ball inboard to Phelps, also been very good. Chipping ball over the top. I seem to have a habit of that, to pump people up and then they just do something wrong.
Just mung them, don't you, mate?
Phelps loops it. Gaunt. Up and under footy isn't his best. Hobbs was spoiled by Horbury and the ball now out of play. The 22 and a half minutes gone. 10-10-70 plays 3-4-22. Ocean Grove's last goal came in the second term, so it's been a long time between drinks for them. Strong tackle by Prezani. Perkovic tried to bundle his way through.
He's going to get pinned up.
I think he might be. There it is. Holding the footy.
I have to tell you though, it's quite a bit unlucky. You've got two Barwon Heads players just calling for the free kick. Sort of hard not to give it for the umpire.
Back inside 50. Walker does a good job in the air. Mitchell caught in a very strong tackle. Olselbrook squares it. Good effort in the air. I think that Barwon Heads player is a bit sore, whoever that is coming off. Might be Owen. Ball still in dispute here at ground level in the meantime. Eddie, he's caught high, or looked to be caught high, is it Taylor or Maloney? One of those two in the long sleeves.
Yeah, this Ocean Grove player's gone up for the contest and it rolled his ankle, I reckon.
Yep, I think you're right.
They're out here with Owen.
Owen, yep. So it wasn't him coming off. Ball will come back though. Barwon Heads with the footy. Jeez, he's got some pace to burn McLaughlin. Phelps over the top. Here he is. Can he kick the goal? Oh, I wanted him to. Does the unselfish thing, and Mitchell will kick one instead, will he? No. Faded to the outer side.
They've kicked 1-7 for the quarter, Barwon Heads.
Yeah.
With McIntyre, could have been a different result, but...
Yeah, we'll ask Mitch Herbison after the game how severe that injury is. Didn't look great when it first happened, but if you weren't with us, he did end up walking off. He looked to have sustained a pretty serious knee injury, but we'll check with Herbie after the game with that. Hobbs drives out of trouble. Ward up against Evans. Stevens has been good at half forward. Applies some good pressure and the ball doesn't want to go out. Stevens forced to chase it and then cops a nasty bump from Lundberg, and here they come. They won't be happy with that.
We were told pre-game there was going to be a fight. And it's
oh, geez, Opperman threw a nice little one then, I reckon. Not sure it was anything too severe, but he definitely threw the arm out.
Match review panel will definitely look at it.
I don't think it was high, but he definitely... a little jab to the chest, perhaps.
Ooh.
To throw a hold in the footy. Going the way of Barwon Heads. Another scrap on here. Keep an eye on this one. Carey comes in. Him and Dyer just exchanging pleasantries. And here they come. They pile on. Have a look at this, Will. We were told it was going to happen. Play continues in the meantime. You can watch the fight and I'll watch the play because Walter drives from 50. The ball will go through for a behind.
Quite shocked, to be honest, Buzz, because I thought it was a free kick going the way.
He's been sent off, Matt Dyer.
Well, there you go. That's a big loss for him.
Yep, I think he's been put in the book here, Will. Yep, Matt Dyer's been yellow carded.
That's 15 minutes, isn't it?
Or who's he giving it to? It's either Matt Dyer or...
Dyer's come off, so...
no, but I think I think both players have been sent off here. I reckon it was Dyer
Carey.
and...
Carey.
No. The long sleeves are right in front of us. Maloney. I think it is. Because he turned to both benches. I'll have to check on that. I think he might have given it to both Riley Maloney and Matt Dyer. We'll have to check on that after the game. We'll be able to know if both of them don't come off for 15 minutes. We know that's the reason why.
Ball still going. Good tackle from Perkovic. Simons is there. Gets out now. It's a quick kick forward by Phelps. Big contest. Nudges it. Well is long. only as far as Herbison, and they're going to come in here with Noah Young. Can he finish? He shoots, and it's across the face. Another behind for Barwon Heads. They've kicked 1-9 for the quarter.
1-9 for the term. Unbelievable. Could be a lot worse than what it is. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think Matt Dyer was definitely yellow carded.
Yep.
But not sure on Ryan Maloney. But I reckon the umpire definitely turned to both benches. But anyway, we'll try and get a read on that at 3/4 time. We're back in the middle of the ground. Anyhow, and there is the whistle. The siren. 10-12, 72, Barwon Heads, Ocean Grove 3-4-22. It was a bit of a spiteful end to the third term. It's Barwon Heads dominant leaders. We'll be back with the final term in a few moments.
Inglesea lead Newcombe 9-8, 62, 6-1, 37, so that hasn't changed. Mottawarri lead Queenscliff 18-21, 129, 1-4, 10 to Queenscliff, so Mottawarri big win there. Torquay lead 10-15, 75 to Port Arlington 2-3, 15. Tight affair, Drysdale lead 7-11, 53 to Amos 7-5, 47. The GFL, St Mary's lead Giants 12-6, 78 to 6-2, 38. Leopold lead Lara 9-14, 68 to 3-4, 22. Colac look home against St Joey's, leading 13-5, 83 to St Joey's 6-8, 44. Bell Park leads 16-9, 105 to Grovedale 4-4, 28. And Newtown extend their lead to 9-6, 60 to South Barn 5-3, 33. And St Albans look home 10-13, 73 to North Shore 1-3, 9.
One goal. North Shore, not good. Anyway, 3/4 time here, just having a look. Dyer is making his way to the bench, so we can't see the lights from here. There are lights with the timekeeper's box which notify you if there's a player off, but we can't see them from our vantage point, unfortunately. So unless, see those red marks on the scoreboard, Will? There's 2 for Ocean Grove and 1 for on the electronic scoreboard. See those? Do you reckon that means there's 2 Ocean Grove players sent off and 1 Barwon Heads? Is that what that means?
Yeah, it could, possibly could be. I didn't see those red dots earlier in the game, so possibly, but I don't think there was 2 that got sent off for Ocean Grove.
Could have been Carey
as
well.
Unless it was Carey, that was I was saying earlier, but
yep,
that could be possibly right. Just actually, yeah, Carey is off.
Carey is off too, so that might be it. So Justin Carey, Riley Maloney and Matt Dye, we believe, have all been sent off for a scrap late in their term. We'll follow that up after the game though. In the meantime, we're underway in the final term with Mitchell. Couldn't collect cleanly. Long. Fading light here at Raymond's. Might need the light to flick on shortly. Female game on after this one. Immediately after, if you're around the area, make sure you stick around for that. Female Battle of the Bridge. Senior women competition flying at the moment. Opperman drives it inside 50. Sprague had a good position. Herbison ripped off it. Had to be holding the ball. I'm not sure why it wasn't. That was a pretty obvious one, I would have thought. Walter intercepted and then drives a beautiful ball to Stevens.
Good passive play there. Bit unlucky for Ocean Grove. Should have been a free kick on the way of them for the tackle on Herbison, but credit to Barwon Heads. They had the first centre clearance to start the quarter off, and rightfully so deserve a set shot here.
So Ben Stevens been good at half forward. Couple of behinds to show for his work. Can he get a goal? Not with that sort of kick. Long thumps it through for a rush behind. Here he is, Caden Long. Plays on from the goal square. Not a great kick, Walker. Gets it out of there. Clever mark by Lundberg. High up and under footy. Who can lay hands on it? Ward does. Can he get it over the top to Richardson? Oh, he lost his footing. at the vital time, but Ward butters up and snaps the goal. Nicely done.
Good start for the Growers for the quarter. Obviously probably won't win this game, but their aim would definitely be to win this quarter, as they haven't been able to do that throughout this match. Good start with that first entry inside 50 as well. Just nice coast-to-coast work with Long's kick out from full-back.
Once again, I reckon Richardson's been involved in every single goal they've kicked today in one way or the other in the scoring chain. So 74 plays 28 on the Harvey Norman and Red Onion scoreboard. Just Ocean Grove's 4th goal. Ward's their lone multiple goal kicker. Monteith and Richardson the other 2 goal kickers for the home side. Back underway. Maloney couldn't gather the ball cleanly, and another ball upcoming. So just repeating, we believe 2 Ocean Grove players, Riley Maloney and Justin Carey, were sent off at the end of the 3rd term, and Matt Dyer from Barwon Heads also sent off, we believe. We're not 100% on that, but more than certain, I would say, if that makes sense. So ball to half forward. Mitchell takes the mark for the Seagulls, drives it deep towards Sprague and Horbury, but the sharking at ground level was beautifully done by Stevens, who kicks the goal. Sorry, excuse me, Phelps. Mitch Phelps with his 2nd goal. Should have known by the way he finished off, that was Mitch Phelps.
Was great. Front and centre there from Phelps, just bread and butter there. It was good effort from Sprague to get it to ground, and he was just there for the front and centre, and to well-deserved goal for Barwon Heads.
As you say, well, what did they kick in that 2nd term? 1-9. 3rd term, 1-9, wasn't it?
1-9,
yeah.
15.
So the margin could have been a whole lot worse than what it currently stands at. 80 plays 28 is the score at the moment. Polly, good mark over the top of Ward.
He's been good the second half.
He has, but Ward's probably had the chocolates with limited opportunity.
It's been a good contest.
Yep, no doubt. Still in their defensive half here. The Seagulls swung wide to Philp at half back through the pole, and nice hands by Noah Young at half back.
Another good young player for him as well.
Plenty of left footers in this side too. McLaughlin been good. Short ball to Copland. Flicks it wide. Ball inboard back to Copland. Just inching their way forward here, Barwon Heads.
With such a massive ground, Barwon Heads have used it to great effect.
And there's an example of it. They go back inside 50 again. That was lovely movement, and Herbison marks above his head. Mitch Herbison improves the angle. Unselfishly doesn't go for home because Sprague takes a nice grab. Charlie Sprague back from Falcons duty. They've got the bye this weekend to the Falcons. So the 3rd year Geelong Falcon back with his home club, and will have a shot from just about directly in front. He's already got 1 goal, 1 this afternoon, Charlie Sprague. Can he make it 2? He sure can. Never looked like missing it, Charlie Sprague. Looks a good player.
It sure does.
His 2nd, 12-14, 86 to 4-4, 28.
It was just a great passive play there from Barwon Heads. They just worked it up really good. Just a couple of nice little chip kicks. It was a good switch early on to Copland, and they were able to just work it up slow and steadily, and slow and steady, I guess, wins the race.
So just repeating that score, 12-14, 86 to 4-4, 28. Back underway, 6.5 gone in this term. Free kick for a block going the way of Barwon Heads again. Got numbers on this broadcast side. One of them is Chapman. Cries of Chappie ring out across Ray Menzies Oval. from his own players. Horbury, good mark, going back with the flight. I think that was Lemper. No, sorry, it was Jamison Owen, in fact. Saw the 7 there. Good grab. Dangerous ball inside, though, chopped off by Stevens. Guess you've got to take those sort of kicks on when you're in this position that they find themselves in Ocean Grove. Perkovic takes a good mark in front of the Sprague pressure. And he chips over the top to Hardy, who's been thrown around everywhere today, pretty much. Good kick to Ward.
It's a good mark.
It is a mark. It should be. He's been very good in the air.
He's a really good mark.
Little one over the top to Walker, who looks like he's been thrown forward. And lovely kick to Richardson, who nearly got a nudge. Just went over his head. And the ball's out of play.
Okay, if they had Connor as well, Buzz, it could be a lot more handier because they lack that forward sort of pressure. And I guess that entry is inside 50.
It's just a bit of a different dynamic for them, isn't he?
Yep.
Corey Connor.
That's up the full.
Nearly out in the full, you're right. Against Walter, is it paid? Yep, has been. Logan Taylor is the recipient. This would be something if he kicks from here.
Right footer would be definitely very hard.
Might as well go for these, Will, when you're this far down.
Yeah, it's exactly right, especially with Jamison's own. It's a little 45 missed kick. Just got to take the game on now. Can't do much wrong now.
Logan Taylor from just inside the fence. Won't be a goal. It was right across the face. Barwon Heads again, too good in the air. And the ball beats everyone, runs out of play. Very tough kick for a right footer, that sort of one from that pocket. Tossed in. Hobbs worked his way from behind. Nearly a throw. Yep, umpire's seen it too. Pays a free kick. Going the way of Olserbrook for Barwon Heads. Nearly 10 minutes gone in this final term in the Battle of the Bridge. Barwon Heads again winners of this one. They're deep in their own defensive line at the moment, though. It's 50 against Ward, I think. Ran about 8 metres over the mark. Don't know what he was doing there, Will.
No, it's just an absolute gift for him. That was sort of pushed wide to the pocket there, and unfortunately, just that sort of loss of concentration's led him to get it up to this back half.
Walter. Little one over the top to Chapman. Half back. Tim Chapman. Not a great kick. Hardy comes across, takes the mark. Got numbers right and board if he wants. There's one of them. Can he pick it out? Ward went the 2 grabber. Couldn't quite complete the mark. And we'll have another stoppage.
I tell you, Buzz, Barnard's kicking's been pretty good all day, but just a couple of sloppy little kicks going forward of the footy on these wings have been a little bit lazy, and I tell you, against real good quality opposition and come finals time, it could really bite them.
Yeah, good point. Monteith. Ward was pressured out of it, as was Hobbs. Opperman came in low and hard. Spills clear. Walter got some pace to burn. The one over the top to Mitchell. Walter was held on to, so the advantage taken by Brad Mitchell. Kick towards Phelps. Wanted it out the back. Lundberg's there. He wanted the line. Does he pay it? Tossed in.
Umpires have been pretty good today, I thought, Buzz. Only the 20 free kicks in total for the match. Okay. Compared to, I remember we watched Leopold Newtown, and there was 20 free kicks in the first quarter.
It was a whistle fest, that one.
Yeah.
And they do a good job, our umpires. Bit of a thankless job, isn't it, really? But do a pretty good job at local level. Phelps finds a way through. His handball wasn't his best. Chapman mops up, though. 65 from home. Hangs it up. Clever kick to Stevens, who's been very busy. Plays on quickly. Ball in board. Chopped off. They go quickly. Maloney. Short ball to Sutton. hangs it up over the top. Richardson shows a clean pair of heels. His handball misses his intended target. But they make it a bit of a dogfight, and we'll have another stoppage here. Just over 12 minutes gone in this final term, and I can only presume that we were right about Maloney and Carey, who've not appeared in the 12 minutes since this quarter started, which means they were yellow carded along with Matt Dyer. You can see Matt Dyer standing up there over on the Barwon Heads bench.
Yeah, only 2.5 minutes left.
Be interesting to see. Be interesting to see if the match review panel do have a look at those incidents. Just a bit of a pile on, wasn't it? Really, I don't think.
Yeah, it was.
But interesting to see what comes of that. Ball over the top. McLaughlin. Little one to Eddie. He'll get it back through the middle of Ray Menzies oval. That was a bit easy. Got inside Hobbs. Flicks it wide. Young. Short ball. Alsabrook marks. And little one over the top. It's all getting a little easy now. Comfortable mark taken by O'Leary. Dylan O'Leary. He'll kick from just inside 50. Another left footer in this Barwon Heads side. Always a bit narrow. Minor score for him. Moves the score to 12-14, 86 to 4-4-28. Hobbs goes by hand, long. Finds Maloney at half back. Emmett Maloney. Riley, the man sent off. This hasn't been their day, the Grubbers. Ball down the line isn't fantastic. Copland dropped one that he would usually take. Phelps over the top to Polly. That's a clever kick to Opperman. Beautifully weighted. Opperman from 60. Short ball finds Mitchell, but he dropped the mark. Can he butter up? Soccer came clear from Owen, but it'll be coming back. Eddie ducks under one tackle and a second. Opperman from 48 drives it home.
He's been able to really get into this second half, Opperman, hasn't he? Buzzy's been pretty lively around that midfield and was able to work forward there and kick a nice goal. As Brisbane fans call McInerney the Big O, you can almost call him the Big O.
Certainly could. 13-15, 93. Back underway. Big lead here for Barwon Heads. Bundled forward. They have numbers. Had numbers all day in this back half. Herbison has some time and space. You never want to give him that. Look at that. Oh. Just dance through. Beautifully done. Time stopped when he had the footy. The one over the top to Opperman. They're running all over Ocean Grove now. They really are. Stevens. Short ball chopped off by Perkovic, but it'll be 50. Looked a bit harsh from here. I think he was just standing, unfortunately, in the way, but umpire says it's 50 metres.
Just to reiterate that, Buzz, Barwon Heads are going at 70% kicking efficiency for the quarter as well.
Are they really?
Yep. So.
Jeez.
And they're plus 22 for kicks for the quarter, plus 11 for handballs, so Ocean Grove can't get the football here.
Stevens had a really good day. Deserves another one. I think he snuck it home. And he has. So that's his first. Shouldn't say another one. That was his first goal of the afternoon. Richly deserved that one too. 14-15, 99. They move on to 4-4, 28. Ben Stevens. Been crafty at half forward.
Has been good. He's worked hard all day. Just to reiterate the scores, it's 4-4-28 to 14-15-99. Ball's tapped forward. Just a scramble here, and it's just going to be a ball up once again. Nice tackle there from Dylan O'Leary. Just waiting for the ball to go up again. Brizani's there. Wins a tap, clear. Does well, the Ocean Grove player, but there's a free kick going the way of Barwon Heads. I think it was dropping the ball, and it was Mitch Herbson that was going to get the free kick for that. It's just going to go wide to Noah Young. As I said earlier, they've gone to 70% disposal efficiency for the quarter as well. No certainty there with nice kick to Chapman. Just going to go back to Young. Just slowly working it to forward 50. Just goes short. It's a nice kick to Charlie Sprague. Bit of a Gold Coast Sun sort of play, I reckon. Buzz, just little kicks down the wing. They go inside 50, high flies everywhere. Oh, it's a nice mark from, I think it might have been Marchbank. Oh, it's Hobbs. They're out now. Big one-on-one contest need to be won. Nudged under it was Ward. But there was no free kick in the end, and Sprague's just got it. He's got Young on his left if he wants him. Goes inboard. And he finds McLaughlin. He's been good in that back line. Nice switch kick to Copland. That's a nice kick to Opperman. If he can hold it, he does. Max Sutton was there to try and cut it off, but it was a good effort. Goes back to McLaughlin. Nice stretching mark was there from Chapman. Oh, he's just missed the kick though. Ocean Grove can go out here, or will they not? Sprague did well with the punch. Front and centre was good from Perkovic. They're out here. If Richard, Long can do well. He did okay. Sprague, could he pick it up? He does. Could have got it in the back. Nice tackle, and it's just going to be right around true centre wing, Buzz.
Yep, sure is. Just repeating that score, 14-15-99 to 4-4-28. Prezani up in the ruck. Couldn't win it this time though. Comes down to Mitchell, who was well tackled. Ball spilt clear. Chapman goes back to go forward. Safe enough mark taken by Evans. Not his best kick, but Polly has time to mop up. Look at the space we've got on the outer side here too, if they can use it. Phelps is on in the middle. Finds it now. Mitch Phelps had a bucket load of it this afternoon. Driving footy. Here they come again. Eddie came late. Marchbank tries to find a way through, but couldn't do. Another ball up.
Just a bit of perceived pressure there as well. Eddie probably should have taken that mark. It was almost uncontested in the end. Ball's thrown up. Nice tap from Prasani. Couldn't kick forward from Ocean Grove, but it's cut off by Phillip. And he goes short, or trying to mark it was Opperman, I think. Could have got in the back, given from him, but nice tackle in the end. It's dropping the ball. Good follow-up work from Opperman. That's stuff you want from players, second and third efforts. He's just taking his time, but he's eventually, you would assume, go inside 50, which he does. High flies everywhere. Drop. What he should have taken was the Ocean Grove player. Nice handball forward. And that was Hobbs. Now they're out, or are they? No, it's cut off from Noah Young. He read it beautifully. Does he finish? He gets on his favouring left side, and he's just pulled it across the face.
He's third behind Noah Young. That was a nice bit of play, as you say, Will. They try to come out of their back line. Ocean Grove mark was dropped by Simons, but they end up getting it forward towards Hobbs. Geez, spinning out of trouble was Maloney, who's back on field now. Barwon Heads again, their back line has been superb today. Ball over the top, Sprague hangs in the air, couldn't mark. Ball comes down, Dyer back too. So all the yellow carded players are back. Ball back inside 50. Walter caught with it, ridden into the ground too, and Ping for holding the footy.
Yeah, and Buzz, that those red dots on the scoreboard was definitely the red card as
Yep.
a yellow card as well, because it has disappeared now.
Yep.
Evans just trying to get it out of play there, almost a throw. Looked. Walter trying to pick it up with Opperman. Did well, good tackle from Hobbs. Just waiting for it. Is it going to be pinned? No.
Still a bit of push and shove in this one. Dying stages of the Battle of the Bridge. Hasn't been the humdinger we were hoping for. Barwon Heads have got themselves going a little bit after a rough trot with it in the last month, where they've lost 3 of their last 5. They've responded big time today. A little fumble from Pekovic. He and Herbison still going at it. Look at the back of this. Driving ball back inside 50 is delightful. And they'll have a chance for their 15th goal. It's Damien Horbury who'll be the man.
It's their 5th mark inside 50 as well for the quarter. Noah Young's been really good on that wing as well. Just read that play superbly and was able to get that outlet handball.
Damien Horbury directly in front, just about. Another one of these Barwon Heads left footers. He misses this time though. Minor score, 1 goal 1 for him this afternoon. 14-17 they move on to. Extraordinary, not a breath of wind really out here either. Marchbank goes quickly. Taylor was bundled over with Dyer coming late. Monteith, Carey with the football. Not his best kick. Richardson's got some pace though. He'll be first there. Tom Richardson, 17-year-old. Sutton's caught with it. Wonderful tackle. Copland. Sutton did well. Had a few to beat and he butted up. Did well, the young man.
Good second effort there. He probably got lucky. He did dive on the football, so he could have got pinned, but credit to him, the work was there. Just waiting for the ball to be thrown up here. It is. Oh, here comes Dyer in. Loses the tap though. Sutton kicks it off the ground, only as far as Barwon Heads, and they're going to go with a switch handball to McLaughlin. And they're out now with Young. His nice left boot. It's a good one. Can he mark it? He does. And that's Mitchell. He goes inside. He sort of missed the kick though, possibly. It's a nice bounce, and they're going to go inside 50 with Young. Can he mark? He does. He's not with. Is he within range? He's not. He sets it up to the top of the square. He's got Herbson there, and he marks. Or was it Evans?
It's definitely not Herbison.
No.
Is it Sam Evans? Just trying to see.
I think it is Evans. Yeah.
It might be Gaunt.
Yeah.
Mitch Gaunt.
And Gaunt finishes with a goal. It's their 5th goal for the quarter. And they lead 15-17, 107 to 4-4-28. 25 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, a huge final term here for Barwon Heads after a 1 goal 9 third quarter. They have just run out of the skill level and fitness, I guess, that's needed to beat a side like Barwon Heads of Ocean Grove. Just been run over the top of in this final term, that's for sure. Just the 4 goals. Just the 1 goal this term.
It was a great tap to
in the way of what it was.
Died Herbson.
And Mitchell inside 50, Gaunt again, couldn't mark. Lundberg first on the scene. Nicely done, little sidestep. And he's kicked to Maloney, just missed him. Taylor caught in a really strong tackle. Unlucky to not be pinged.
43 tackles Barwon Heads have had for the match. To Ocean Grove's 34. Dyer going in the ruck again, just emphasising his versatility since he's come back on. Was won by Hobbs. And they're out with the clearing kick forward. Ward's there, but it's a sensational mark. He might get a free kick or a 50, whatever it is. He plays on. Evans. They're out now with a wide kick. Nice to Mitchell. He's been good all day. Across that midfield and half forward line. He just goes short to Copland. He's a right footer, so he can go inside 50.
Oh.
Almost. There is a free. It might be to Gaunt. And it is. Or is it? I think the ball's actually going to Phelps.
Yep. I think the umpire played a hold there, Will.
Yep. Yeah, I think it would have been actually. Has he kicked a goal today, Buzz? Or
Mitch Phelps has kicked 2. Yep.
For number 3. Has been good, Phelps. Comes in, another left footer.
Oh boy.
He's just kicked it short though, but it's ended up being a perfect kick to Gaunt, who'll have a shot in the goal square again.
Jeez, he's a beautiful kick, Mitch Phelps. It wasn't one of his best.
This time Gaunt kicks it a little bit lower, not as far over, which he did last time to retrieve the football, but the end result the exact same. That's their 6th goal for the quarter. They lead 16-17, 113 to 4-4-28. 28 minutes gone. I don't think they'll get the 100-point barrier, but
they'll go close, won't they?
Yep, but it's a real good percentage boost, I tell you, Buzz, and good confidence as well since they've lost 3 games in a row.
So Ocean Grove didn't kick a goal in the 3rd quarter, and that's correct, is it not? I think they went...
2 behinds.
Yeah, goalless 3rd term, just 1 in the 2nd too, so been a tough day, and right on the siren. Battle of the Bridge winners are again Barwon Heads, and they might have got themselves going after a rough month. 16-17, 113, they comfortable winners over Ocean Grove, 4-4-28. We'll just quickly run through the goal kickers for you. Got a female game starting immediately after this if you want to stick around for that, if you're in the area. So Tim McIntyre, even though he went off with what looks to be a serious knee injury in the 3rd quarter, still finishes as their number 1 goal kicker for the afternoon with 3 that were all in the 1st quarter. They got 2 to Braden Eddy, Mitch Gaunt with those last 2 goals, Matt Dyer, Mitch Phelps, and singles to Opperman, Horbury, Martin, Stevens and Herbison. Jake Ward, the lone multiple goal kicker for Ocean Grove with 2, and Ollie Monteith and Tom Richardson, who kicked their 1st goal, were the goal kickers for a disappointing, I'm going to say, Ocean Grove. They are undermanned and pretty young, but still a disappointing showing on their home deck, Will.
Yeah, no, it's rightfully so. They are going to be good in the coming years, but like we thought, they would have been a little bit more stronger in the contest.
I guess the big one out of this is what will happen to Matt Dyer and who was sent off for Barwon Heads, Justin Carey and Riley Maloney for Ocean Grove. Dyer, of course, was suspended only a handful of weeks ago. He got a 2 week. He definitely got suspended. I can't remember whether it was 1 or 2 weeks. So he's already been rubbed out this year.
Ineligible for the Arch medal.
Yeah, so that'll go against his record. So
yep,
it'll be interesting to see what the MRP has to say about that. You'll be able to find that out on Monday afternoon as to the findings from that. But we're done here at Ray Menzies Oval. As I say, the senior women's female game between Barwon Heads and Ocean Grove is about to get underway. So if you're in the area, stick around for that. Otherwise, join us next week for some GFL action. I believe we're Newtown and St Joey's next week, which will be a real cracker. Join us then every week on the AFL Barwon Facebook page. See you next week.